Probably want to play our thing. Hold on.
Oh yeah, or waiver. I'll play it.
Or waiver before we get in trouble for talking about
it. The following show features stupid opinions and ideas from two idiot brothers who probably did little research and practiced zero due diligence on the topic at hand. The MLO Bros' opinions do not reflect the views of their employer, guests, sponsors, families, neighbors, or pets. If you do not like what they are saying and don't agree with their views or opinions, don't watch the show.
Is it skipping for you too?
Yeah, but I don't know. Is it skipping for people at home? I don't know.
I think it's because I have the articles pulled up. Internet.
Yeah, whatever.
But
it's fine. We get it.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MLO Bros. Very special MLO Bros show. Where
I think this is the first time we've ever done a Monday morning show.
Right. From all the shit I got over the weekend for number one on Thursday, posting about how Howard Hanna is pulling listings from websites like Redfin, Zillow, and Realtor.com, and then everybody at Howard Hanna attacking me and saying I'm a piece of garbage that's lying and all this stuff.
It wasn't everybody. It was mostly the managers.
Yeah. So I got calls from all these different people.
Did you get called from agents?
What?
Did you get calls from real estate agents?
Yeah, I got calls from real estate agents that weren't at Howard Hanna that were saying, "Hey, you're 100% right. It's bullshit." And I got even agents who used to work for Howard Hanna that were like, "Yeah, this is not good," and stuff like that. But we don't have to go into more detail.
We'll talk about on your post.
And I got calls from managers saying, "I don't know what I'm talking about, and you can still post on these sites." And then this article comes out, and I'm like, freaking called it. Did I not call it? Did I not say, hey, this? And then the best part is Hobie's quotes, which we'll get into it. Hobie's quotes, because I was saying who's a money move, and Hobie reassures me and says it's all about money.
Who's Hobie?
Hobie Hanna. Hobie
Hanna. Yeah, he's like one of the. I don't think he's the president. His dad was the president for a while, but yeah,
one of the bigwigs at Howard Hanna says that it's all about money, which that's exactly what I said. So we're gonna break it down, but we're gonna not just bash Howard Hanna, because I don't want to bash Howard Hanna. When you really get into it, you can see why Howard Hanna is making this move. I understand why they're making this move, but at the end of the day, it is truly about money, and it does hurt exposure to listings for their clients.
I would agree with that, but it's also, I think Zillow, my personal opinion on Zillow and Realtor.com is they are legitimately could be the doom of real estate agents, mortgages, title.
Yeah.
Because they do, you know what I mean? Because they are so powerful.
Yeah.
They can control a lot. And Howard Hanna, to their credit, I know it's about money.
Yeah.
But they are, and it is which was my point of my post, because I got in some shit for my post too. I forwarded you, but it is about money for Howard Hanna.
Yeah.
But it is also about shutting Zillow down a little bit, but I don't think you're going to.
Giving them less power. As long as it always requires a license to do what we do as loan officers and do what agents do as real estate agents, I don't think that's ever going to go away. We're protected by our license.
Go away, but Zillow's trying to grab a percent of the market.
Of course they're trying to grab a piece of the pie. But so if you're an average home buyer, home seller, let's walk you through how this works, because there's a lot of moving parts in the background that you as the average person don't understand, that we're going to try and clear up for you. Lots of money being made behind the scenes that you don't understand. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go to Zillow. Okay, we're on Zillow now, right?
Is it safe to say a ton of people use Zillow to find houses? I do.
Yeah, I do all the time. Zillow, Realtor.com. I don't use Redfin, but I know Redfin's big in like PA and Pittsburgh.
I use Zillow for a lot of stuff because it's a handy site.
Yes, so it is useful, and Zillow understands that in their business model, as in all business models in situations like this. If you are not paying for a product. You are the product, ladies and gentlemen. So there is value in them giving you all of this information about all these different properties. You're not paying for it, so they have to make money some way.
Yeah,
we're going to show you how they make money.
So wait, you're telling me Zillow's not totally free and they're not doing it just to be nice?
No, they're not doing it just to be nice. They're making money off of us.
Okay, how are they making money off of it, Isaac?
So let's walk through it. So, look at this house.
Oh, that's a nice house.
13 hours. Check this puppy out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna give some. If you look down here. We're gonna give Kelly Warren some advertising today. Hey, cats, stop fighting. Stop it, meow you. Freaking assholes. Okay, look at this beautiful listing in Canfield. 275. You got 3 beds, 3 baths, 1,400 square feet. Nice. Look at this.
75.
You know, I've never been a fan of the dresser at the end of the bed, but I know some people
because
like
I'm gonna hit my toe on it.
Right. Exactly. Then you're crying on the ground in the middle of the night as your wife's trying to sleep.
Okay, so nice listing.
So, next listing. You don't want to do this one?
No. This is good. I said nice listing. Nice listing.
Oh.
I think it's
so this is how it works. You see this, you're like, oh my god, I'm so interested in this.
Isaac, I gotta call somebody.
So agents are trying to put their phone number. If you want to call the listing agent, this is what you want to call down here, right? But what people do, because they don't understand, they hit contact agent up here because they think contact agent, I'm contacting the listing agent, right, Luke?
Yeah.
Wrong.
We're gonna call
contacting the listing agent.
Click it.
Okay, click it. So we click it. I put my information in here. I'm interested in this property. Call me. Right?
Oh, wait. Go back. Click it again. Look, I want financing information. That's going to send it to a bank.
I want financing information. So what that button does, what you're signing up for when you hit that button is somebody to reach out to you. What Zillow then does, Zillow, Realtor, Redfin, they sell that information to the highest bidder, whoever pays the most amount of money. Now, who that is, real estate agents and lenders. They're selling your information to the highest bidder.
Can you click that again? Click that again.
Yes, they actually say it at the bottom.
There's fine print.
By pressing contact agent, you agree that Zillow Group and its affiliates and real estate professionals may call, text you about your inquiry. So, blah, 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 blah. So they sell it to the highest bidder. Here is where it gets shitty, and we'll talk about it. So this is when you get into the unethical stuff that I don't agree with at all. So when you hit that button, loan officers are not allowed to pay real estate agents for leads. Not saying that it doesn't happen, because I'm sure it still happens, and I'm almost positive it still happens. They're paying money under the table to real estate agents to send them leads, but that's neither here nor there. The only thing we're allowed to pay for to real estate agents, we're allowed to buy leads half of that money for real estate agents to get leads through Zillow, and then they in turn, they're not supposed to. It's just whatever. RESPA, you have to be careful, but then they'll send you the lead for financing after that.
So let's say me and another real estate agent, do a deal together, and I'm like, hey, I'll pay you $500 a month to be a Zillow lead.
Yes.
And then they have to chip in $500. So it's basically paying for half the marketing.
Yes. So that's the only legal thing we're allowed to do. So what do you run into as loan officers every day that people don't realize is, hey, Mr. Real Estate Agent, it's awesome. I'm so happy I came to your open house. Here's some donuts for clients if they walk in. Well, Isaac, just so you know up front, I can't send you deals because Frank from Poop Turd Home Mortgage is sending me leads, or is paying for my leads.
I can't send you a deal because I have a lender who's paying for my leads through Zillow.
Yes. So this lender is paying for my leads. I can't send you deals. Okay, I'm just here to talk to clients and bring donuts, but okay, cool. So there's this barrier out.
It's bribing for leads.
Yes,
it might be legal.
There is value being exchanged. You're paying you're paying a real estate agent to send you deals. It's the same freaking thing, only it's legal. Okay. So here's my problem with it. You can say, oh, it's legal, it's fine. It's unethical because you are essentially the client. Number one, normally doesn't know what's happening because they don't ask about it. And number two, real estate agents aren't sending clients to loan officers because they're good. They're sending them to loan officers because they're paying them. That's why it's wrong.
Right.
Whether you agree with it or not, whether you're a real estate agent watching right now and you do it, you're being paid to send a client to a loan officer because they paid you, not because they're good. That's my issue with it. You should be sending your clients to loan officers that are good, not because they're paying you.
The fact that real estate agents even say, I can't send you deals because I'm being paid by this person for Zillow leads, just
verifies the point.
How slimy it is. Yeah.
Yes. So you hear that all the time as loan officers.
Yeah.
You as a client, what you need to do is when you're making these contacts with real estate agents, when you're making these contacts with loan officers, why are you, Mr. Real Estate Agent, why are you sending me to this lender? Are they paying you in any way, shape, or form? Are they paying for your leads? That's what you need to ask him. Mr. Lender, why are you sending me to this real estate agent? What have you done? Are you paying for their leads? Is there some kind of backroom thing that I don't understand? That's what you need to ask as a client.
Technically speaking, real estate agents should be sending their borrowers to 2 or 3 lenders to be fair, to be ethical, to give them the best rate and chance.
I have a list of agents that I work with, that I love, that I know are good people. So, and they're from they work with different clients. They work good with different clients, but I give them a list. I give the client a list. I say, hey, this agent's about this age and they work great with these people and they have this experience. This agent is this age. He's this type of guy. He does A, B, C, and D. And I send 4 of them. So they have people to pick from. They call, they interview them, and then you go from there. So what you need to do, back to Zillow, another thing that you should do not, for the love of God, hit contact agent. This is why it's important you can call the listing agent down here if you want to do that, but call different agents, interview different agents, and go into it having an agent that you're working with that you know, that you trust, because they could send you some schmuck who's just paying a crap ton of money to reach out to you. So it's important that you have people, you have a lender that you know and trust. You've interviewed different lenders. That's what's important before you get to this point.
Another suggestion I would have for buyers when working with real estate agents is to not call, and I know this will get me some shit, but not directly call the listing agent. I would get your own real estate agent when you're buying a house.
Yes.
To show you houses.
Yes. You want somebody who's going to represent you in the negotiation of the purchase of that house. Right. One agent who's already representing the person listing the house.
Right.
They have to split them down the middle. It is really, really hard for somebody to say, I represent this person, and not take a side. You know what I mean?
Agents will do a great job doing that. The dual agency is what they call it. I mean, some will do a great job, but again, my personal opinion, I want somebody that doesn't know the seller.
We're only human.
Exactly.
Everybody's human, and they're gonna take sides.
Sarah Oakes asks, "Who's the best lender?" How do you handle this one, Isaac?
We can't say who's the best lender, but who'd you call, Sarah? That's what I gotta say. Get Sarah out of here. Who'd you call, Sarah? Okay. So now moving on to the Howard Hanna article. Let's share the Howard Hanna article. So Howard Hanna pulls Northeast Ohio listing sites from like Redfin. So they pull from those sites. So they're basically, you can read through this article, but they want that data that we discussed with that button that you're pressing, and all the data is going to Zillow, Redfin, all those sites. So in order to be listed on Zillow, on Redfin, on Realtor.com, they want to be registered. They want their posting to be registered to the Howard Hanna website. And this is where it gets hairy for me, Luke. How does it get registered on Howard Hanna's website?
Through those MLS things, right?
So I know that like Redfin doesn't allow that. So that's why they're going to get pulled from Redfin. That's what they say in the article.
Mm-hmm.
But to be registered, then I'm assuming if they're registered, people, when they call, Howard Hanna will then be able to reach out to them. They'll get all that data on top of it so that they can reach out and try and keep everything in-house.
Right. They're trying to keep their borrowers or their sellers.
So Hobie talks about it in here, and I quoted it. Hold on, where's that? Another reason we did this is because the more people we have registered, we can have special promotions and programs for buyers and sellers of products like our mortgage company, our insurance products, and other things that they can be aware of that can help them in their transaction.
What's the Obi-Wan quote? You became exactly what you swore to destroy.
Right. So what Howard Hanna wants, like every single real estate agency in the state of Ohio, PA, and across the United States, they have their own in-house lender. They have their own title company. So what they want is they want you to register to their site. They want you to go to their website, then log in or whatever so that they can track you and then monitor you as you view their...
And then hammer you with phone calls and emails to use their mortgage company and their title company and their realtors.
Yeah, so they have their loan officer reach out to you, their title company reach out to you. They keep everything in-house and they make the most amount of money off.
So basically what you're saying is they want to pull what Zillow's doing and do it themselves.
Correct.
Oh,
correct.
Okay.
So they want
to do the exact same thing Zillow's doing.
Right. So they want to track that data, and they want to keep you in house so they can make the most amount of money off of you. And I get it. They want to keep that slice of the pie. As it was Cromer the other day said, just follow the money. It's all about money.
Full disclosure, I used to work for Howard Hanna as an in-house loan officer.
Yeah.
And so I know what goes on in that place, right? I did it for like 2 years and couldn't stand it. Anyways, the problem I have with this whole thing, and it's not just Howard Hanna, it's any of these real estate brokerages that have in-house lenders.
Yeah.
They purposely push their in-house lenders on their real estate agents. The managers are paid, right? So the managers of the branches are paid a percent. So if you have 30% of the sales that go through the branch go to the mortgage department, the Howard Hanna mortgage, those branch managers get paid.
So what you're saying is the client should understand that real estate agents aren't allowed to be paid bonuses.
Correct.
By sending leads to the in-house lender, but the branch managers are bonused out for sales that go through the lending department.
Right. And then what happens is when they close, they have two separate companies, Howard Hanna Mortgage and Howard Hanna Real Estate Services.
Okay.
All fall under an umbrella. All of that money is going right back up to the top to Howard Hanna.
So what I'm going to say and what I'm going to assume is if I was a manager for Howard Hanna and I was managing the real estate agents and managing the lender.
The lenders have their own bosses. Lenders have their own bosses. But they're located, their offices are located
same building.
In the same building with the real estate company, right?
Would I be influenced in any way, shape, or form, knowing that I get paid if the lender does good? Do you think I would be trying to persuade real estate agents to send clients to the lender?
Yes, they do.
100% I would, because I'm a human being and I want money. Yes. Yep. So there is influence. The classic as a loan officer that's worked with Howard Hanna agents. And for all the people who are gonna come after me and say, why would you say this? You're blowing yourself up because you're gonna work with Howard Hanna agents in the future. I don't have Howard Hanna agents lining up at the freaking door trying to send
We
me
have
deals.
a couple that, to be fair, we do have a couple that work with us.
We do, because you win them over eventually.
But they know who we are, and most of them agree with us anyways.
Yeah, but the classic line from real estate agents from Howard Hanna is, I will send you deals, but only the hard ones. I have to send all the easy ones to the Howard Hanna guy, in-house guy, so that to keep him off my back, essentially.
Isn't that insane?
That's so.
Another thing I'm hearing from real estate agents is, so somebody calls into the office, hey, I want to look at a house.
Yeah.
Okay, you call in, I want to look at it, because people still do that. It's not all online. They call into Howard Hanna, hey, I want to look at a house.
Marshall,
right? That office manager, the office manager will only send those to agents that use in-house services.
And you know that happens?
100%.
That's
100%. They give leads to agents, and then the agents who are getting those are like, well, I don't want to get cut off on leads. I have to use in-house services.
Right.
All the time. And you know what? This manager, we don't do that. Bull crap. I'm looking, I know you're watching right now, managers, you know who you are.
Yeah.
You do it. Don't freaking lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Because the lying is just the denial.
Oh, they deny it. They'll deny it.
It's gross.
Yeah.
It's gross.
So there's and Marshall, stop. It's over here.
Shut your wiener up.
So the problem is too, it's all about money. It's not about what's best for the client in that situation too. That's not necessarily the best lender. And on top of that, they have
team meeting.
They have all of those deals going to that one lender who is barraged with work. So you as a client, that lender might be really good, but he's got a whole lot of stuff coming across his desk, just like any other bank loan officer. So a loan officer that doesn't have as many deals can take more time and take care of you, Mr. Client. So they have better customer service.
I don't want to talk about pricing or anything, but I know we price better than. I know a lot of banks. Let me rephrase, not just us. I know a lot of lenders price better than Howard Hanna. I know their costs are better. I mean, have we ever lost a deal to Howard Hanna?
Yeah.
Morgan?
So the only time I ever lost a deal to Howard Hanna, and I can prove it, was I got freaking scalped. I had a client pre-approved that went to a Howard Hanna listing, and the agent literally said to my client, you have it pre-approved with our in-house lender if you want to put an offer in on this house, which is totally freaking illegal.
Yeah.
And then what do? You call the manager, tell them, they deny it.
Yeah.
I have proof from the client. The client told me what you did. Yeah.
They'll lie. They'll lie all day to
deny. But it happens all the time. So
go ahead.
So back to how it's unethical and what they're doing wrong for the client. Listing a house in this situation with Howard Hanna through their program, what you're essentially doing is you're limiting your exposure to your property. You're limiting your exposure to your property, to the people on the internet, and the people wherever. So if they have to jump through extra hoops in order to see your listing, that's a disservice to you. You want everyone and their freaking mama to be able to see your listing so that you can sell your house as fast as possible. To buyers, it might be an advantage if you go on the Howard Hanna website as a buyer and sign up for their stuff, because then you would only see listings that are exclusively on the website that might not necessarily, I don't know. People argue that it's still on Realtor, it's still on all these websites, but I mean, there's articles coming out saying no, but it might be an advantage to you as a buyer to go on to Howard Hanna because you'll see the properties first. There you go, Howard Hanna. I'm saying something nice about you, but I think that might be a positive for a buyer looking at houses. But yeah, it's just all about the money, And Hobie says it in his quote. We're doing this because we want to be able to keep everything in-house, and they're doing it at the expense of their clients listing properties. through that.
Well, I'm sure other real estate companies are going to follow suit.
Yeah.
The thing is going to be interesting to see is if other real estate companies follow suit.
Yeah.
Will Zillow bend eventually, or is Zillow too big? Like they don't even.
I don't know. So here's in what it's going to come down to is the numbers. So I'm arguing with branch managers at Howard Hanna, as they call me, and I'm saying the data will show that you guys are wrong for doing this, and they say, I don't think so. We have to wait for the numbers to come out.
Well, that's because they're getting fed the Kool-Aid.
You have to defend your company. I get it, but here's the thing. Since requiring registration, Hanna said that 2,500 people have registered for Howard Hanna's website, proving that he says something about proving that they have loyalty. 2,500 people in three weeks is freaking nothing, Hobie.
Yeah.
That's nothing. So for all the people in Northeastern Ohio, 2,500 people registered, that's absolutely nothing.
Dude, it's more than Northeast Ohio. Howard Hanna's in like 20 states.
I know, but this is just being dished out in the Northeastern Ohio region as a testing ground.
No, of course.
So this is specific to Youngstown, Cleveland market.
Yeah.
But once we see these numbers, it will be make or break to them, and we'll see if they continue to just go down the route of making money, because it's all going to come down to, it's not going to come down to how many people use it. It's going to come down to, did all of our services profit from this? If so, we don't give a shit about.
You think, I was almost thinking too, it's almost like a card game, like a poker game, where Howard Hanna's like throwing in their card, you know what I mean? Like showing their hand, like, hey, we're doing this, Zillow. Yeah, right. To see if Zillow will back down at all. You know what I mean? To see if Zillow will do something.
Yeah.
I personally think Zillow is too big of a monster. You're not gonna you can't bully Zillow. You know what I mean? There's just
so
at least one company can't. Now if the other ones hop on board and start trying that crap, maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Why doesn't my question is, why doesn't Zillow just have that button we were talking about? So there's the property. Why don't they just make that
to the listing agent?
Yeah, if they made it to the listing agent, then
they're not going to make any money.
They're not going to make any money, and it would be like you said, it wouldn't be ethical, because then there would be nobody representing the client either. It would just be the listing agent representing those
it's
sides.
A money thing, man. Those people pay to get leads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You pay. We can go on right now and we could pay Zillow, which I tried a long time ago and it was freaking terrible.
Yeah.
Like $1,000.
Yeah.
A month.
Yeah.
To get leads in zip code. So anybody that clicks a contact now, financing available, we will get emails saying call. And they're awful. It's terrible. It's a waste of money.
Yeah. And I've heard stories with Zillow and Realtor and all of them. So if you pay more, you'll win out over the other people also trying to pay. Is that how it works? Like if I pay $1,000, but Mr. Lender down the road pays $2,000, he gets everyone.
You'll get more. You'll get more when you pay more.
See, so that's screwed up too.
Yeah, and they're going to say, oh well, we only let 10 lenders in the 44514 zip code, right?
Yeah.
Top paying lender is going to get the most.
Yeah.
So on forth to down the line. Oh, it's so shitty.
Yeah.
But the problem is Zillow doesn't fall under RESPA guideline.
Yeah.
Right? Their website, they can do what they want. They're following the rules of the 50% advertising from the lender, 50% of the realtor.
Yeah.
I truly believe that rule was made, right? When they did Dodd-Frank a long time ago. That rule was made and pushed on it by the mortgage brokers that are paying and by the real estate companies that are getting those leads, right?
Yeah.
To the pockets of the politicians saying, hey, we need this rule.
Yeah.
And then they did it. Because, Isaac, everybody knows it's freaking bribery for leads. I mean, it's all it is. It's bribery.
Lenders bribing to send them referrals. It's bribery.
But I'm not allowed to bring a real estate agent to lunch, right?
Yeah.
or I'm not allowed to bring them golfing or sending them on vacations, but I can spend $5,000
on their
a month
advertising.
on their advertising.
Yeah,
What
it's
the hell is the difference?
It's an exchange of value. It's the exact same thing.
What is the same? But again,
Yeah.
just because of the verbiage in Dodd-Frank says that,
Yeah,
right? You're allowed to do that. It's insane.
The other interesting thing since Dodd-Frank, since the recession, that you notice is like they have us in freaking shackles, right? To what we can and can't do. It hasn't blown up in realtors' faces enough yet to the fact where they have to disclose everything. So I feel like all this shit is happening in the background and the client doesn't know about it. If it were in the banking industry, they would have to disclose all this stuff that's happening.
Right.
But it's look at
an example. I'm gonna name drop. I don't give a shit. Brokers Realty.
Yeah.
In Boardman. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Used to be Waterstone. Well, I don't even know the name of the lender. What is it? Like Home something?
Yeah, they got bought out or something.
Home Financial, whatever.
Yeah.
They literally, they're separate companies. They literally share a one-door entrance into the same building.
Yeah.
Go to the right, you're at the lender. Go to the left, you're at the thing.
Yeah.
The people who own those companies are related to one another. Like they're, you know what I mean? It's like,
and who knows? Who knows what the situation is with paying rent? Like, who's paying the rent?
Well, the rule is you're supposed to pay 50-50.
Okay.
Or square foot. It's square footage. So it's like if you have a 10,000 square foot building and it's 5,000 on each side and the rent's 10,000, everybody pays $5,000. But it's so
and as a lender and as a real estate agent, what you have to do and what you should be doing is what is best and most honest to the client. That's what you should be doing. And that's what you're supposed to be doing, and what you learned in your stinking classes when you got your license. But people do not play by those rules and do not do what's best for their client. They do what's best for their own pocket.
Here's a fun story too, and here people are gonna be like, "Well, Luke and Isaac don't do that." Blah, 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 blah. Your rates are probably higher. I sent a $1.6 million deal in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to another bank because their rate was better than ours by like 2 points.
Right. And I had a client that called me the other day and said, "Hey, I want an ARM product." You know what I did? My ARM rates suck butt. An adjustable rate mortgage. Our rates are bad. So what did I do? I called the people that I financed my own house with and said, "Hey, I'm sending you a client because I know your ARM rates are good. Take care of them. Here's a freaking softball. You better knock it out of the park and give me credit for sending." That's, you know what I mean? Like, just give me credit for sending it to you.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, if you were smart as a real estate agent and as a lender,
that's what you would
do what's best for your client. They will remember that. And then when they talk to somebody else that treats them like garbage, they'll be like, "Isaac didn't do that to me. This lender didn't do that to me. So I'm going to go back to him." Honesty in the long term and doing what's best for your client in the long term will in turn create more money in the long run than doing shitty things and paying people off.
We get referrals from people we send to other banks all the time.
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I heard you talk to my guy. You said, but I want to use you guys because you really hooked them up. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's easy. It's not hard.
Yep.
But I don't think people don't think like that, man.
No,
they don't think
people don't think about it like a long-term investment.
No.
It's like, I can make this amount of money off this deal. I can get this many leads if this guy pays.
If I send this to Howard Hanna Mortgage, I'm going to get leads from my broker. You know what I mean? It's like so gross.
Yeah. So
I'm sure we're going to take some shit for this. But
do you think that long-term more companies will start doing this?
I think they're going to watch and see what happens first with Howard Hanna.
Yeah.
I think the only way it works is if other companies jump on board. You want to take down a monster, you got to have a bunch of people on your team.
Right.
That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Yeah. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to do it. The thing is, you're going to, like you said, you're going to have to get Zillow to move. So
the only way you get Zillow to move is with their pocketbooks. And the only way you do that is if a whole bunch of real estate companies hop on board. And the problem is we're talking about long-term versus short-term right now.
Yeah.
It's going to affect their short-term and they won't do it.
And I mean, I think it's pretty much proven that clients are like water and they will take the path of least resistance. Yep. So they're going to do what's easiest. Yep. So by putting barriers in place to make it harder for them, I don't think that's the best.
Dude, every time I know when I go to a website, if it makes me sign up, I don't even bother.
Right.
I'll go to another website.
You're missing out. You're missing out. But Zillow for renting, like renting my condo, dude, the shit.
Yeah, you said that.
They pay $20 to Zillow. They get me a application.
You didn't pay anything, right?
Background check. I don't pay anything. Background check, credit check, everything. Pay stubs, W-2s for my renters. They pay $20. Zillow, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. That sounds great. That's awesome. I had a renter in there. No time. Less than a month.
Because of
Go ahead, Zillow. Do your thing.
And you didn't pay anything.
I didn't pay a dime. My client got charged $20 and they got me all that stuff. Absolutely, Zillow.
And you know, if a client's willing to fill that out, they're serious.
Yeah. And it asks them like pets or no, smoking or no. Like you can filter through and get like
interesting.
Yeah. And they know by signing up for that application, we tell them up front how much it's running for, so they know that's what they're getting. If they don't want to sign up for it, don't even bother. But that's how much you're going to pay.
There you go.
So
what are we at? You want to talk about this week?
Yeah. What do we got?
Wait, Corey Patrick just said, "I know local realtors that spend $5." You put that up. That's crazy.
Yeah,
freaking realtors. Okay. Let's see here. All right, this week. We have tomorrow. Speaking about realtors, we have Lisa Resnick, and is coming on the show. She's bringing Joe, the person who organizes the Youngstown Marathon, on.
Okay.
Do you ever run in a marathon? You don't. Could you run in a marathon? How long is a marathon? I don't even know.
How many miles?
Yeah,
it's like 25 or something.
You could.
That's a lot. A marathon's a lot. I could probably
train for that, right?
Yeah. I could probably do a half. I could probably do 11 or whatever it is. But I don't. Without training, I could do 11 right now. But
you could just go out and jog 11 miles right now without a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I do 4 I do 4 almost every day.
Like jogging.
And I mean, I run 4 miles jogging probably once a week, and then I usually every day I walk to run to.
I like to walk. I don't like to jog.
Right.
If you ever see me running or jogging, you better start running faster than me because something's coming. There's a freaking tornado or a bear or something. All right. Then on Thursday we have Struthers Unleashed. Do you hear this?
Struthers Unleashed. I don't know what that is.
So the organizers of the dog park they're putting in Struthers are coming on, and they're taking some shit from people. Isn't that funny how that works?
Yep.
So we're going to talk about that. I have at 7:45 because you're not involved in ghosts anymore because you hate it. At 7:45 on Thursday, I have the. Did you see where we're going Saturday? Did I sent you that link?
Yeah, it's like an abandoned village.
Dude, it's in a village
That's awesome.
It was an old coal mining village in the middle of like a hill in PA.
Is that the one that's still burning that like caught on fire?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. But anyway, middle of this place, nothing around it, woods on all sides, and I guess the mine shut down, so everybody just left this village.
Yeah.
And it was up since like the 1900s. So we're going there. And I have the people who are running this on Thursday.
Are there like people like living in there? I would go live in there.
Completely abandoned. Like in the 50s.
Interesting. Why don't we just go buy it?
Because these people bought it and they're doing it. That's my plan. Eventually I want to do that, but yeah.
Oh, so people bought it and they made it an attraction.
And they messaged me asking, "Hey, can you guys come check this out?"
Interesting.
So very Jeremy, me, Ron, and I invited Tim Blythe.
Nice.
He's never done it. He's like, "Dude, I'm not doing it." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll think about it." So we'll see.
Very nice.
And then Saturdays are ghost hunt. So yeah, that's good. It should be fun. So it's a good week. Good.
Well, cool.
All right. That was good. We had people watching. So I bet those. You want to bet those were all real estate agents and broke?
Probably real estate agents and lenders.
What do you think we're going to get a cease and desist letter from Howard Hanna about talking about it?
Honestly, I said positive things about it too.
Well,
I
they're
didn't
gonna.
say all negative. I said some positive. I think as a buyer, you would be smart to go sign up for that
Yeah.
because you could view stuff on their website as a buyer that might not necessarily go to Zillow yet. And
Yeah.
as if only 2,000 people have signed up for it, you might be able to get those properties before anybody else.
Right.
So as a buyer, it might be a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm gonna, this Howard Hanna has some great agents. Howard Hanna has some shitty agents. I think every real estate
That's with
company does.
everything. Yeah.
Everything. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I speak very highly of a lot of Howard Hanna agents. I mean, I also speak very shitty about a lot of Howard Hanna agents because it's
And
just
I get
the way they work.
in the thingy here, and what I heard talking to Howard Hanna representatives is, we're all in this business to make money.
Oh, shut up.
Yes, we are all in this business to make money. That is correct. But the problem is, I have a problem with not letting clients know that this happening is affecting them. And everybody just saying, oh, this is such a great thing. No, it's not.
Well,
There's positives and there's negatives. And I want the client to know everything because that's what's best for the client, not just blindly leading them astray.
People saying we're all in it, we're all this together for the money. Do you understand how bad that sounds? We're not talking about selling a hamburger at some freaking food truck. We're talking about people's lives, buying houses in something they will probably do 2 or 3 times in their entire life, right?
I think it's every 7 years.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. Right.
Yeah,
every 7 years.
7 years. Average. I think that's average.
So by doing a disservice to these people who are depending on you, not for buying a hamburger, for literally buying a 3, 4, 5, 700,000,
making the biggest purchase they will make in their entire life,
and saying we're all in for the money is a freaking cop out.
Right.
I had a real estate agent. I had a broker text me yesterday when I posted that saying, you need to take that down. And I said, you honestly think that I'm going to take that down by you telling me what to do? Like this, but they're worried because people are going to see behind the curtain with us talking.
Right.
Everybody in our industry knows this goes on, but for some reason, nobody ever talks about it. Why? Because we're all in it to make money. You know what I mean? Like they don't
because there's money exchanging hands and they don't want to look at it. Yeah.
I don't care. We'll blow the top off of it, and you want to use this for business, good. If not, whatever. Don't use this. We're going to get our business wherever.
Yeah. The people who are doing slimy things to begin with are getting paid off by somebody, so they're not going to send.
They're not going to use this anyways. Like we had a real estate agent, like, oh, you guys must not get any business from Howard Hanna because you're willing to alienate yourselves.
I actually do. Did you see the text I posted? Yeah. I posted a text from an agent that said, "Hey, I'm just switching over to Howard Hanna, and send me your info."
But again, it's not a matter. That comes down to Luke and Isaac, you guys should be quiet because you're going to lose business. You're going to lose money. Yep. No, we're going to gain customers for speaking the truth.
Right.
That's the way I've always been.
As a real estate agent and as a client at home, you have to understand that the in-house guys will always have deals coming across their table because they will always have agents sending them business.
Yep.
I have to work and eat. I only eat what I kill.
Yeah.
So I have to have better customer service than those guys. And I can guarantee that I do because they're not going to work as hard as me. Guaranteed. They're not going to work as hard as me. And that's what's best for your client, not your branch manager telling you to send it to your in-house lender. That's not what's best for your what I want you to do is I want you to step out.
Yeah.
I want you to step out. I want you to believe in yourself and stand up for yourself and do what's best for your client, not what's best for your company.
I agree.
That's it. I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, I'm going to go walk. I think I'm going to go to Mill Creek Park and walk around and see if I can find some deer. I always enjoy doing that.
There you go.
Kind of a hobby.
By the way, if you're still watching, buy our shirts.
Do we have shirts?
If you if you appreciate this content and you want to see more of this content, buy a shirt.
Isaac, do we only support the deer call?
No. Look. So let me explain here. The Mill Creek Deer Call shirts, as you can see, we went with like a desert camo type gray is what we were going for. Desert sand color with black material. It's actually the same materials. These shirts and these shirts are super comfy.
Great shirts.
So, and then if you're sitting at home, oh my God, why would you be such a monster and sell shirts for the Mill Creek Deer Call? I don't want anything to do with that. You're disgusting. To you people, I say, I have the perfect shirt for you. My other pet is a Mill Creek deer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting in on both sides of the argument. If you want,
are we doing this for just the money? Are we doing this for just the money, Isaac?
Listen, capitalism, number one. Number two. So I have sold very few of these shirts. I feel like the people on that side kind of understand what we're trying to do here. But
wait, the people on
the best way to support the MLO Bros is to buy a shirt. So either one of these, if you want to Venmo us, our Venmo.
Can I get a double XL for the one that support the deer?
Yes, absolutely. I'll write you down.
That's
our Venmo at the MLO Bros. Venmo is $20. I'll get you in the system for a shirt. We're gonna order them.
I want one that supports the deer, and I'm just gonna wear it around and act like I support the deer.
You know what, dude?
That was sweet.
That is sweet. I'm gonna wear that one.
But I would rather go incognito and act like I support.
They're both super soft, super comfy, and they don't shrink. So
it's like the material like this. It's like
it's not quite it's not quite like that. Like
this is more elasticy.
Yeah, it's not elastic. It's super duper soft.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
But,
I like
all right,
that.
Everybody, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow when we do.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
This is awkward.
It is created.